Man, I forgot how good the music is in this town. Welcome in, welcome in. We're deviating a little bit. Usually we're doing, you know, mainline Final Fantasy games at this point. But tonight, I want to do some catch up for old expansion stuff. So, you know, if you haven't played Endwalker, you've been warned. It's not some heavy spoiler stuff. We're basically doing side quests to go back and meet old characters, right? While stopping an ongoing issue, basically. But yeah, spoilers for Endwalker abound. So, be warned. Be forewarned and very, very scared if you haven't, you know, heard anything what's going on in the story. But yeah. It's been a while since I streamed 14, I was about to say, but then I remembered we streamed the patch a few days ago. I say a few days ago, it was May 6th. That's 18 days ago. Holy shit. Where does the time go? Actually, quite disturbing, actually. Okay, so, do we just dive straight into this? Like, do we do a preamble? Like, what do we start with something lighthearted? Because, you know, I do have this as well. So, I might as well record this. Because this will eventually go into one of the edited down videos of me playing through this game for the first time. Because, you know, this is content I haven't seen before. So, you know, if you're new here, hi, I'm Chrane. I've played through this entire game and for some reason became a walking billboard for it. Against people's wishes, I guess. You know, nobody likes being advertised to. I just can't stop talking about this game. It's so good. But yeah, as a lighthearted opening to tonight, we might as well do... Well, considering that I've finished all the reputation in the base game, I finished all the reputation in Heavensward, and in Stormblood, and in Shadowbringers. Although for some reason they don't go up to 9, I don't know why. But Endwalker does go up to 9. And I didn't know about the fact that that had an ending quest until fairly recently. So... I feel like we should do that. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Because from what I've heard, that quest is fairly lighthearted, pretty fun. And I also heard, basically, how the heck did you not do that? It's just such a good quest, yada yada yada. So I figure we go in my goofy attire. Of course. Do we have the giant katana in here somewhere? Yes, we do. We do that, and we do that. There we go. Now we're basically Sephiroth on vacation. This is what you get if you combine Sephiroth and Hopper from Stranger Things. This character right here. So, let's actually do some casual questing here. I do need to check where the heck you start this quest, though. Because, like I said, I've never done this quest. Oh. In... Cool. Well, let's go. I guess that makes sense. That's... Oh, I was about to say, that's the perfect cutoff point for that song, and then it kept going. Okay, is it here? Dinner and a Show, is that the name of it? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's do that. Let's go do that. Let's go take the long way there and listen to this heartbreaking song. Man, I do so much of what I play of this game is me just, you know, grinding stuff at this point. So I'm basically watching YouTube with the game muted. so I don't hear these songs a lot anymore. But holy goddamn. Is that where I'm going? Yeah. Holy goddamn, the music in this game is so good. And the fact that this, like the vocalist here, is the Realm Reborn voice for Raubon is so insane to me. There we go. Jamming Way. What's up, dude? So, what we've done basically then, to catch you up if you haven't done any of the reputations, we quested with the Arcosodra. Arcosodra, I think is how you pronounce it. Actually, let's look at them before we start this. Let's start it with that. Let's get them on. There we go. It's been a while since I did these quest lines, so I don't remember everything that happened in them. Like, at this point, if you're watching this long time from now, when I eventually get to this point in my uploading journey of this game to the YouTube channel, then I'm currently in patch 7.5. You know, Dawn Trail's basically done. We're waiting for Evercold to come out. 7 months left, but, you know, we're getting there. So here is the faction. Yeah, look at that. That's the mount you get. Yeah. We did this. We built this place. And I genuinely really enjoyed this quest line. Nowhere close, Ichi. We basically united the two tribes, one of them being the Arcosodra and the other tribe that I don't remember the name of. They basically did kart racing with well, with that. Hippos and carts. So, yeah, they did kart racing against each other. And decided that, you know what, we're just gonna try to make peace and live together instead of actually fighting all the time. I think this is the leader of the bad guys. Work difficult sometimes, but here hippo carts and good taste food. Battle brothers no more hungry, so Akala try work. For battle brothers, Akala try hard. Yeah. See, we made friends. It was a really sweet little quest line about people becoming closer. You know? I enjoyed it. I enjoy a lot about Endwalker in general. I think it's, like, probably my second favorite expansion. And I, for a very long time, said that Heavensward was my favorite. I think it's squarely in third place now, which is insane to me. Because Heavensward is basically a perfect MMO expansion. But yeah, Endwalker, solid second place for the expansions in this game to me. Also, something they should do in this game, developers, I'm speaking to you here. Where is the hippo cart? So that I can make this point in a somewhat timely manner. Where's my hippo cart? There it is. Oh, it's actually called hippo cart. Okay. So, here's the thing, right? The music in this town slaps. The music in this little area here is absolutely incredible. It's so good. There's so much personality in the music in the town related to the quest line, right? Now, when I leveled up the reputation and got the mount, I expected the mount to play this music, but it doesn't. It plays the really boring, just stock mount music that most mounts have. Which is a shame, because, you know, the mount I'm getting from doing this quest line should be a member berries thing for being here and doing the quest line, right? It should be playing the awesome music going on in the background. It should be playing this. Like, imagine this. This is dope. Like, yeah, going around with my hippo. Throwing color palettes. It's so cool, but no, it gives me the boring music. So if we can change that in the future, that'd be great. I would love that. Some music around this area, like this, like Thavnir in general, has great music. So give me this music for the mounts and every other reputation mount. Give them their respective town songs, please and thank you. That's a mean-looking elephant. Next up was the Omnicrons. Yeah, we were there, weren't we? So, for the Omnicrons, what was their mount, actually? What was their mount? Is it this thing? And yeah, it should play this song. 1000%. It should play this song when you write it. I think it's this thing. We're gonna consult the vendor to make sure. I think it's you. No. Yeah. It's that thing. So it's this mount that like minimizes you into a tiny dude. It should play this song that we're hearing now. But it plays this. Same shit. No. Play the zone music relevant for this reputation. So yeah, here we basically worked with the, not just the Omnicrons, but a bunch of different people to restore the area up here. But we also did this while we restored the giant bar up. Oh, that's not what I expected to. Hold on. There's another area that we worked on during all this. There we go. Elysian. Yeah. Or play this song when you're riding the mounts, right? Because here's like a bunch of the different souls, basically, that were, you know, lingering around here. We made them, you know, work together a little bit, come to terms with a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's the same melody as the song outside. Yeah, make this the mount song. Hell yes. And yeah, we have a bunch of different civilizations basically smashed together into this one area. And basically it's a bunch of different civilizations that died out on other stars. It's the whole thing where, you know, Meteon travels around and everywhere else is just empty. I don't remember if these are like actual living souls or not. It's been so long that I just, you know, I do, like, when I look at all this stuff, I do get a little emotional, even though I don't remember everything pertaining to it. Look at these guys. Little otter guys. Something different in the back. I haven't really been running around here much. They're fishing. It's ripe for the fishing. Yeah. I do remember loving this quest line. I wonder if there's a way to replay it. Because if so, like, or maybe I just rewatch the cutscenes, because I genuinely, like, I remember loving this quest line. And I wish I remembered more of it. But hey, one day I'll be reaching 14 in my replay series, so, or playthrough series rather, and when I get to 14 it will be a replay. Because I am including that in the entire franchise playthrough thing we're doing. So that will happen. But yeah, we basically, the quest line, like the starting point kind of from the quest line is the bar up here. We basically meet a person from a new civilization, and then they're like brought into that area to like stabilize something. Like, it's been a long time, it's been years. And yeah, they get brought in, and then they, you know, get to hang around, exist, I guess. We even have mechs. Damn, that looks good. That's a good ball in the sky right there. Man, I can't wait to replay this game. With all the knowledge, like, that's currently being gained from playing through the rest of the franchise. Like, I'm currently done with 4. So, I'm about to start 5 in the upcoming week. Already, I feel like I understand so much. So much I had no clue about earlier. Like the Crystal Tower, the Loporits, Golbez, and the 4 like elemental lords or fiends, whatever you want to call them. Like, so much stuff from the earlier games. The significance of the Warrior of Light, a little more clear to me now. So, you know, as if Elidibus didn't break me the first time, gonna absolutely destroy me the second time. Let's check in on the 3rd group. Oh. I didn't realize this song played here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna lower the volume significantly, because I know what this song does to YouTube, or what YouTube does to this song, rather. Here we go. You can hear this. Now, this should be the song playing to their mount as well, but it doesn't. Left behind. Here it is. Moonhopper. But does it play this song? No. As you probably guessed, it plays this damn song too. Developers, hear me. This mount and every reputation mount in the game should not be playing this boring song. It's pretty good, but like, I don't want to hear it on every mount in the game. It should be playing this song, because this is the music from the area in which I spent a lot of time grinding reputation to get the mount. The mount should play the song representing the reputation grind. Do this for all the reputation mounts, please and thank you. that's my genuine thought on every reputation mount in the game. They should play the music that's related to the grind you did. But yeah, the Loperids, we basically, you know, taught them about who they were, what they wanted to do. So we have a lot of people painting. We have Greening Way, loves green. And yeah, we basically, you know, Inventing Way, got to follow his dreams. We have a Dance Floor, a Dreaming Way, of course. Chrane, welcome, welcome. You take a turn at the station if you like. Like, how is that not one of the best things you've ever seen? Managing Way, because they're managing the quest. Coining Way, because this is where you trade your stuff. Cooking Way, because of course. Fixing Way, repair stuff. Keeping Way. What do you do? Oh. Rest assured that the ingredients and materials entrusted to me for safekeeping are kept safe as you please. How safe do you please, by the way? And do we have the podcast studio going? Talking Way. So Talking Way was like a semi-antagonist in that quest. Because they didn't believe in, you know, everything the Loperids were doing. Finding a purpose and all that stuff. But then they realized they love, you know, talking to their people, their fellow Loperids. Are you for a chat, Chrane? Tell me what's on your mind. So they basically, you know, as one does, start a podcast. Are they drinking out of carrot mugs? They are. A carrotorium. Incredible. So yeah, that's basically the 3 factions we have in this expansion. And they're a joy. I really like them all. They all bring back very different memories. And yeah. Like, wrapping all this up in this area kind of makes me a little emotional. To be completely honest with you. Even though one of my least favorite decisions of this entire expansion happened in this area, so many incredibly awesome things happened in this area at the same time. And yeah, the good definitely outweighs my small criticism. So I choose to love this expansion. Here we go. Dinner and a show. A manager's work is never done, or so Jamming Way's muttering would indicate. Here for status report, Chrane. I quite understand. I get terribly anxious whenever I have to step away from the cafe. Why, just the other day I returned to find that Grebelov had snuck behind the counter to bathe in the soup. Such incidents aside, the last dregs couldn't be more successful. We're bustling with business, and Elysian is thriving. Yet, as the manager of this operation, I would be remiss not to ponder new ways to juice a little more happiness out of this carrot.
This unit hastens to indicate that the current levels of juice and happiness are within optimal parameters. Any attempt to push either beyond capacity may prove disruptive to the present equilibrium.
Of course it would be disruptive, you glorified can opener. A threat to the status quo it may be, but innovation is the lifeblood of business. And think of our patrons' delight should we treat them to, say, thrilling entertainment over a cup of carrot coffee. Whatever do we need to be truly... Whatever we need... Whoa. Whatever we do needs to be truly spectacular, though. So good that even the Nibiran won't simply stare morosely. If only I had any ideas whatsoever.
The Dreaming Ways are full of ideas. Can't vouch for quality, though. Perhaps you should pay a visit to Hopper's Hold. It's quite a sight.
Really now? I'd heard that they were cooking up something in the hold, but I had no idea the project was such a success. I must see it for myself. Interested in a trip to Bestway Burrows, Chrane? I'd appreciate your opinion on any possibilities I turn up. I trust you can mind the cafe, N7000. Contact me via the Ragnarok systems should there be any more soup scandals.
Whoa. That's a sound I haven't heard in a while. Holy hell. Okay, so now we're going back here. So maybe the quest takes me through all these areas. Gonna lower the volume preemptively because of the music in this area. And gotta speak over it so that we don't, you know, incite the wrath of YouTube, as it were. And hopefully we'll get to this new area real quick, like, so that the music changes. There we go. And we're back up. Okay. Okay, jamming way. What are we doing? Are we actually gonna go through all this? Did I did I go back and look at all this stuff? Like, unnecessarily?
So, this is the new Hopper's Hold, huh? I must say, it's significant improvement over the old crates and buckets. As for these stations that everyone's hopping to join, that one over there is a true work of art. I particularly appreciate their taste in subject matter. However, one can hardly expect half a dozen civilizations to share the same aesthetic sensibilities. I shudder to imagine the pontification and gunfire that would ensue if we asked our patrons to paint a mural. Those machines remind me of N7000 right down to the ears. They would fit in quite well with our current staff. Then again, that would hardly be an innovative addition, would it? We already have more condescending numerical projections than we could possibly need. I suppose music is another matter of taste, though those loperates certainly seem to be having fun. Do you think a mournful dragon would enjoy being blasted with laser lights while it sings its ancient melodies? No? A pity. A shop. Perhaps our patrons would enjoy a selection of knickknacks sold alongside our regular menu items. Though mining those Omicron coins requires a truly exorbitant amount of processing power. And what if increased circulation led to a drop in Omni-token value? Mother forfend! This station looks familiar. I wonder if Cooking Way has any new recipes to share. But there is quite a bit of carrot on the menu already, and 7000 would doubtless whir and whinge about the lack of variety. Is that a broadcasting station? Oh, I do so love a good transmitter. I wonder what sort of messages they're sending. You're listening to Hope FM. Stay tuned for more talking in ways. All day and all night, moontime. They're speaking to the people of Aetheris to let them know they're not alone. Color me intrigued. Ensuring widespread access to receivers seems like hard work, but well worth the effort indeed. We could adjust the tuning of the Ragnarok communication facilities to... Sorry. We could adjust the tuning of the Ragnarok's communications facilities to receive this transmission in the last dregs. But it still may not provide the level of crowd-pleasing excitement we're aiming for. While each and every one of these stations is wonderful in its own right, I fear none are quite suitable for our goals. Perhaps Dreaming Way can dream up something special for us.
Biding time, marching forward, left behind.
It's so good to see Dreaming Way again. Do you think you can get me one of those shirts?
Oh, Finn! Oh, is that Dreaming Way? It's been so long. I started to think they were avoiding me.
That's his voice.
You open a cafe in Ultima Thule? That's one mother of a dream.
And business is booming.
Well, I'm honored to be consulted about your upcoming event. Now we only need to work out what it is. Have you spoken with Talking Way yet? They received letters from listeners across the star. Surely one or two have mentioned exciting happenings in the theories. Right here.
I'm gonna regret this voice, aren't I? Ba-bum-ba-da-bum.
Represent Talking Way!
It is a pleasure to see you again. I would be happy to assist in your endeavors however I can.
Forgive me, but have we met before?
Ah yes, you would remember me as Counseling Way, but I have recently taken the name Talking Way in honor of my new dream.
How wonderful. I look forward to working with you, Talking Way.
They're adorable. The Dreaming Way... What? Dreaming Way mentioned that you are in search of a rousing entertainment for your patrons, and one possibility hops to mind. If our listener, Male, is any indication, Thavnair's hippo cart races have been drawing quite the crowd of late. Folk come from far and wide to see those hippos hurtle, 'tis said.
Hurtling hippos! Why, that does sound exciting! We could set up a race course in the necropolis to give Last Drag's patrons... No! To give the patrons a prime view of the action. A stirring contest of speed and skill, the likes of which Ultima Thule has never before seen. Surely that will pique even the Nibiron's interest. Any ideas on how we might approach these hippo racers, Chrane?
You know, I feel like telling them they're gonna race in space is probably enough.
Their leader is a friend of yours? You really do know everyone. I hope we can count on you for an introduction.
Hippos and Ultima Thule have a certain entertainment that should be available to all. But our radio station provide a live broadcast of the events.
Now that's an idea, but of course, with the Ragnarok as a relay, there's no signal we cannot boost.
I should like nothing more than to share the joy of such an experience with our listeners across Etheris, and I certainly would be curious to attend myself.
Then it's settled. We'll make a start of the preparations. I trust you can convince the hippos to traverse the Sea of Stars.
Just Thavnair, you said we're looking for a woman named Turner, correct? Oh, I can hardly wait. In fact, I can't see you there.
And off he goes. Like, he's named Talking Way. He has to be really eloquent, right? That has to be it. Okay. To Thavnair. Ooh. That's a song I haven't heard in a long time. Is the bubble sound effects from my balloon? Seems like it. Huh.
This is my first time meeting an Arcasotra in person. Do my ears look alright?
This little one with you. They've been there patting their ears for a while now and staring. Got a lot of staring going on. Radio? Yeah, I've heard of it. One of my crew lugged a radio contraption all the way here from old Charlian. That could be who sent you the letter about the Harnish Hippo hustle, come to think of it.
Your races are the talk of the star. We'd love to bring that sort of excitement out to Ultima Thule, though it is a wee bit of a trek from here.
Ultima who? Now, them I ain't never heard of. They live across the seas somewhere, I take it. As buoyant as our hippos are, we can't send them out in the wide world on their own. You'd need Akala and me to raise them safely, and I have too much work here at home. To abandon my post. I can't thank you enough for taking an interest in our operation, though.
Oh. It's truly a shame, but I would hate to make the hippo racers disappointed their own customers in the name of entertaining ours. What to do?
I'm sorry to turn you down, especially after you came all this way.
Dreaming Way and Talking Way were excited for this plan too. We mustn't give up just yet. I'm calling a strategy meeting to be held. Well, that post over there looks like a good place as any.
Why couldn't we just talk here? Machinations, of course.
I understand Tyrna's passion for her work. I feel the same about my own. Perhaps someone else might race on her behalf.
No, Tyrna race. Akala? I heard your conversation. Akala, I want to race Tyrna. And I know Tyrna wants to race.
Akala? You're the one Tyrna mentioned, aren't you?
He's very cool looking. Never Tyrna's work ends. When she finishes with hippos, she teaches us the common tongue so we fit in. She teaches us Harnish manners and fairness in trade. I find your language difficult, but my speaking improves. Tyrna says so, but Tyrna has no time to ride hippos now. She cares about hippos and the hippo riders. Is this in the cutscene, or is this a player? She cares about hippos and the hippo riders, her kin. Always, she helps us. But she forgets we can help her. Always, we want to help her.
I see. Tyrna's a great leader, but she takes every responsibility upon herself. No wonder she has no time left over to race hippos.
Always, Tyrna listens to you. You must talk sense at her.
Yes, I quite agree. If in her heart of hearts Tyrna wants to race, that's all the more reason for us to host a hippo hustle. Do you think you can convince her to come around?
See what I can do. Okay, that is an NPC.
Chrane, what a surprise here to speak with Tyrna as well.
Are you in the reputation quest line? Have I forgotten you? It would appear so. You hold it right there. I know that look, but you'll find I ain't so easily persuaded. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Did it say talk sense at Tyrna? You know how important our delivery business is. It helped us get our start. So why try to talk me out of it? Reasons. You can make deliveries later. Opportunities knocking now. I know you live for excitement. Don't you want to explore the unknown? Of course I would. There's only so many times you can race the same course without it starting to feel like a chore. But too many folks are relying on our services for me to go gallivanting. They'll survive for a few days without shawarma delivery. Akala's worried about you, you know. Doesn't your hippo deserve a change of scenery? Akala's worried about you, you know? I told him there ain't nothing to worry about. I miss racing to be sure, but the hippo riders come first. Business couldn't be better, and I'd like to keep it that way. Have I ever led you astray before? Surely it won't fall apart in just one day. I recall a heartwarming lesson learned during the inaugural Hanish Hippo Hustle. That was a race for the ages to be sure, and it was all thanks to our team here. Like I always say, you can only do so much by yourself. I do say that, don't I? Yet here I am, acting like Akala back when he first got here. Guess I was right that him and I aren't so different, in more ways than I knew. Alright, fine. The hippo riders will pull together to keep things moving in Thavnir, and you'll have your race.
Yaha!
We did it! Ooh, first quest done.
I knew you would come through for us. Why, you had her convincing yourself by the end. N7000, is that you?
Affirmative. Several shrill life forms have come bearing word of a hippo hustle to take place in the necropolis, as serving units have automatically initialized advertising protocols. This unit requests swift confirmation that these reports are accurate.
They are accurate, and tell those units that I like their initiative. As for my fellow Loporate lifeforms, I recommend a tall glass of carrot juice for each. They're sure to place additional orders.
Acknowledged.
Interference? Testing, please respond.
Prioritizing requests for managerial assistance on the customer service front. Ending transmission.
Don't you terminate this transmission on me. Rude! What was that all about, I wonder?
No clue, man.
A dream worth chasing. Initiating a new call doesn't work either. I doubt that it's anything serious, but perhaps you should check on N7000 just in case. You typically carry at least one object suitable for a light bludgeoning, do you not? I'll work out the finer details with Tyrna and see the hippo riders safely to Ultima Thule. I trust that the cafe will be intact when we arrive.
I want this song on my mount. It's so fun.
But I hear you.
It's fun that we have a double teleport all the way up. Okay. Dreaming way.
We say go settle in while you and Jerry we handle the hippos. I'm so glad we did. The carrot juice is simply divine. Look away and invent aware of taking the sights, but we're back in time for the race.
Good.
Your return is most welcome. However, one managerial lifeform remains conspicuously absent.
Yeah, he got run over by Hippo.
Understood. This unit will initiate idling protocols until Jamming Way arrives. Carrot-based refreshments have already been distributed to the newcom lifeforms.
And such refreshing refreshments they were.
Furthermore, as your sensory organs will have detected, the usual customers have vacated the premises.
Your sensory organs. So my eyes.
This unit will now convey additional contacts once upon a time code.
To sum it up, we no longer...
Oh, so to sum it up, we no longer need to worry. For lack of patrons, in fact, the last dregs being empty is quite inconceivable.
Hey, this is a weird sight. Oh, Chrane, thank the sisters. Wasn't sure we'd make it, especially after that experimental aetherite.
Oi! Where are our customers? You had one job, you buttons for brains.
Elevated body temperature detected in nagging life form. This unit recommends swift consumption of chilled liquids. As for customers, they have temporarily ceased their consumption of the cafe fare to prepare for the upcoming race.
Bow, bow.
Hey, look at this. Look at this.
The Corellians procure a transport vessel with the assistance of Stigma 4. Presently, the global citizens and freedom fighters are conducting a joint test drive. Meanwhile, the Grebelovs expressed a long-standing desire to float about with the Miu-Mizu, which were eagerly volunteered by their Ea caretakers to serve as steeds. This unit's ethical algorithms are still processing. The dragons too intend to participate. Soaring through Elysian's mountains has revived their passion for flight. They have expressed a desire to see more of Ultima Thule from above.
So we have a bunch of different people partaking in this then. So it's basically gonna be Mario Kart with a bunch of DLC characters.
Unexpected, but I'll take it. So long as our patrons reach happiness, that means the means by which they travel matters not.
This unit agrees and hopes that all patrons will be replete with joy upon their inevitable defeat by the superior Omicron vehicle. Artillery may be involved.
That's awesome. Artillery? Artillery's no match for Akala. I dodge.
This is shaping up to be a gauntlet fiercer than Bardam's medal.
We did that, yeah.
This unit also invited the Nibiru to share the singular experience of losing to the Omicrons, but their registration remains pending. Nevertheless, they have conceded to observe the other civilizations' preparations.
Okay.
We'll have to hope that the overall excitement sweeps them up eventually. But now we have our own preparations to attend to.
On that note, this unit recalls that the inventing lifeform wished to speak with Chrane regarding said preparations. Reports of critical levels of static electricity indicate the likely presence of this ally at base Omicron.
Thank you.
Now, this unit must return to supervising Stigma 4's production of racetrack features, engaging enthusiasm protocols.
I love that he's wearing bunny ears. It's so silly.
This will be our best broadcast yet, I can feel it.
Grandmother always said that naught reveals more about a people than their food, and these dishes certainly look educational. Which would Rakashir like most, I wonder? I don't remember you or Rakashir, I'm sad to say.
Odd spot for a restaurant. I don't reckon delivery to Thavnair would be sustainable in the long run. But we should bring some grub back tomorrow at least. Later we race. For now, we lunch. My man.
If Inventing Way is having difficulties with the radio relay, don't hesitate to direct him to me. I have a knack for whacking unruly machines into shape, if I do say so myself. But first, I should prepare a drink or two to help our Hanish guests feel at home. Perhaps some carrot chai.
Carrot chai, you say? Don't know how I feel about that suggestion, to be completely honest with you. Whisper. Inventing Way.
Just the person of Etheris I was hoping to see. As our Omicron friends doubtlessly relayed to you, this race is no longer a mere spectator sport. The people of Ultima Thule will be bringing the best their civilization have to offer, and they mean to win. Should the Akasodra then be left to defend Etheris' honor on all on their own? Nay, says I. Mother put their faith in the myriad peoples of the star for a reason. Fortunately, we brought a number of moonhoppers to help prepare for the hustle. With a little help from good old Inventing Way, there is no reason that one can't haul you to victory.
I had been hoping to join the contest, and 7,000 mentioned artillery, that might be a reason. No, let them find out the hard way. I had been hoping to join the contest.
Then the moment of our triumph will soon be upon us. I've already taken the liberty of altering this moonhopper. Dazzle your competition with a hyper hop step, or press the big boost button to outstrip them with ease. Actually, why not both? Do mind your power reserves though. Even with my prodigious skills, there are only so many batteries I can shove into the chassis. Now hop along and tell the N7000 to add one more entrant to the roster. I'll catch up once we discovered where its final screw belongs.
That doesn't instill much faith in me, my man, but, you know, I'll play ball. Believe.
Oh. Jammingway asked for my help at the starting line, me being an expert and all.
First, I have eaten. Now victory awaits.
This is gonna be one queer hustle.
Was Inventing Way annoying the Omicrons? Perhaps we can learn from his methods.
Race preparations continue in accordance with projections. Did the inventing lifeform race any matters of note?
Yes. I will join the contest.
You'll be joining the fray. How thrilling!
Entrant registered. This unit will now provide supplementary information regarding the course.
Sure.
Please direct your orbs toward this geographical data display. The race will begin at the starship Ragnarok in Ostrakon Deca Octo. Once Jammingway and Ogle signal the commencement of hostilities, competitors may proceed across the Riatara toward Ostrakon Tria. Passage through the checkpoint ring is mandatory.
Those rings look rather lofty. How are the hippocarts to get through? In Ultima Thule, emotions become reality. You only need to believe to make your hippos fly.
Did you just call me an ultimate fool? because I'd have to be to believe something like that. Well, that's my mistake. Once in Ostracon Tria, racers will enter the artillery zone, which extends from the periphery of the Ostracon to the abode of the Ea. This exciting enhancement is sponsored by the Alphatron civilization. Wait, you were serious about the artillery? What if my Saria gets hit? Out of concern for the curiously smooth, four-legged life forms, Stigma 4 is presently manufacturing non-lethal cannons. Encountering these painless projectiles will result in no more than explosive removal from the cores. Mario Kart. Those who remain unblasted should continue to Ostracon Deca Hexi and proceed through base Omicron. Then it is merely a matter of reaching the finish line located at the last eggs.
I win, then I feast on tiny desserts.
Note that, in accordance with Omicron contest protocols, there are no restrictions on contrivances, mechanical, magical, or maniacal, during the race. This concludes the briefing.
Well, at least I packed my rainbow gulal. Saria should be happy to run for it, no matter where she is.
You brought Gulal? Why you do not share? Sharing is caring.
We've been through this, Akala. Your hippo's never shown it a lick of interest. You just like throwing things.
Can't blame him.
He's a dude of, simple interests. Not gonna judge him for that.
Go ahead and make your preparations. I need to make sure that N7000 isn't understating the firepower of those cannons. Once that's taken care of, I'll retrieve your Moonhopper and meet you at Ragnarok.
I don't remember this lady. She's behind my camera. You can't see her. Okay. Whisper. Wah 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 wah. But I hear you. Whisper. Oh yeah, I recently, speaking of nothing, I recently completed all of the Manderville weapons. So, I don't really know what to do with my poetics anymore. So I'm spending them all on the items for the Heavensward relics right now. Starting with Umbrite and the Singing Crystals and Numite. So that's the current goal. Get all the Heavensward ones. I still don't have a single relic from Stormblood or Shadowbringers. But maybe I should get on that. Maybe. Okay, let's see this. Upon commencing the race, several cutscenes will play in sequence, my favorite part of this game. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Let the games begin. Yes. Bring it. I can't wait for this. This better be ludicrous. Test. People of Aetheris, are you out there? We are your hosts, Talking Way and Dreaming Way, coming to you live from the very edge of the universe.
And here among the stars, the hyper hustle is about to begin.
He doesn't really have a voice for broadcasting, but, he just lives his dream, as it were. This contest for the ages will see competitors race across a land as barren as it is beautiful, vying to be the first across the finish line. Oh my god.
You won't want to miss a moment of this, folks. Now let's introduce our racers.
Oh shit. Okay, let me actually change his voice for this. Hauled by the speedy sorry eyes, a courier as fast as she is reliable. All the way from Thavnair, it's Turna the Hippo Rider. Next, Gajasura's fearsome on the track as he is fearless on the battlefield. Honed in the fires of the Haunish Hippo Hustle. Akala. That's a StarCraft 2 unit. Let's hope that Peacekeeper's less peaceful functions are disabled. Hailing from Carolyn, a team of once bitter enemies turned fast friends, the citizens of freedom. They got them to... Okay, I didn't realize we got them to become friends. Maybe that happened and I forgot. But that sounds insane. Oh, yay! Our next entrant may look like more frolicsome than furious. But pass them at your peril, supported by the ever-so-darling Mizwulu. It's the electrifying Grabulov 10. Or Grabulov X, whatever. Okay. This mean, clean speeding machine is ready to put the Alpha back in Alphatron civilization. Say hello to the lethal Lambda unit, Victory. Well, it's just a mech? Okay. Or like an actual robot, I mean. But lo, what wisdom rides the winds of Elysian fair peaks once forgot? The Dragon Star has joined the fray. Hey. Last but not least, a sword in the darkness, a beacon of hope, the champion of Eosia. Friends across the universe, we present the one and only Harrier of Lights. Oh. What's this? A Nibiron Challenger. Are they supposed to be there? I thought the Harrier was our last participant. They're about to do something incredible for this. I'm sure of it. You made it! Do you prepare a vehicle? We can lend you a moonhopper if you'd like.
That will not be necessary.
What is he doing? Oh, they can just turn into that thing?
What in the name of the mug-swapping Marga? Saria's a good girl, but she ain't no divinity. How's a normal hippo meant to compete with that?
Like I said, you and your hippo need only let your competitive spirits burn bright. Where there's a will, there's a way. Quite literally.
I suppose I'll toss some gulal and hope for the best.
Racers, are you ready? And this is a lineup.
Our racers have assembled at the starting line. Who will surpass the rest to emerge triumphant?
I gotta blow my nose before we go on. Hold on. Hopefully that helps with the yawning a little bit. We'll see.
On your mark, get set, go! Oh, he fast. And they're off, with one Nibiruun god, Rala, taking the lead. Yeah, I feel it's hard to compete with a god. Oh. We are fighting dirty, okay. Oh. Sweet mother, a juicy jolt from the Miwu has sent the Lambda units. The other competitors race on. They are now entering the next area and the field of automated artillery. Does this spell defeat for victory, is what they said at the end there. Ba, 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 ba. The citizens of freedom are going in. We have received transmission from the Peacekeeper. This is not compared to Carnage and Carolyn. Yeah, I heard it here, folks. Oh. This is not compared to the Carnage and Carolyn. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. I thought it would autoplay, so I sped through that. Oh. Watch out for that tree. Oh no! And the Peacekeepers is down. Double cannon blast. Unfortunately, the Carolyn's wear helmets. Corellians wear helmets. Hippo time. Well, Akala, that, you know. Akala's cart is... Oh, Akala's cart is enveloped in a cloud of gulal. Employed to distract competing hippos, perhaps. Or did he fall prey to rainbow temptation? And whatever the cause, it has only made Tyrna, the Hippo Rider's cart, fly all the faster. She is overtaking the Hurrier of Light for second place. She flew by, literally. Oh my god, that's... Okay, there we go. About to say, that's really hard on the ice. To claim victory, you must overtake both Tyrna's Hippo cart and the Nibiruun's Rala. I've already taken the liberty of altering this moonhopper. Dazzle your competition with the hyper hop step, or press the big boost button to outstrip them with ease. Actually, why not use both? Do mind your power reserves, though. Even with the prodigious skill, there are only so many batteries I can shove into the chassis. Mash the boost button until you surpass both racers. Use the boost to overtake the Hippo cart, then distract Rala with the hyper hop step. Grab Sary's attention with the hyper hop step, then boost yourself past Rala. I think that's the play. Hop step the first one, and then boost. Right? You boost for the last bit. The ones who boost first loses. That's what I learned from Fast and the Furious. Now let's see if... Oh. Okay, yep. The hippo is halted! Overwhelmed by the euphony of my song, no doubt. Sorry, turn up. And the Hurler of Lights taking second place to the cries of "This Ain't Over, Chrane" from Tyrna, the Hippo Rider. Here we go, it's time to boost!
Do it. Yeah. This is it, folks. The final stretch. The Harrier of Light pushed the Moonhopper hair racing speed. But Rala is still one leap ahead. Who will emerge victorious? This is so silly. Oh my goodness. I think he beat me. Photo finish. We have word. We have word from N7000 at the finish line. The winner of the Hyper Hustle is. Oh! The Harrier of Light by a nose! Ba 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 ba. You'd think the dragons would be faster. But no. Very slow. They're very slow, apparently. Whisper. Hey. Good game. We do not understand. Our chosen form was suitable, our performance flawless, yet victory was not ours to claim. It's just like, how your planet died, Sometimes shit just doesn't work out. It has been long since we have experienced this quickening of the pulse, this vexation. That's racing for you. Just when you think you've got it, some grinning idiot comes shooting past to take the gold. And sometimes you get to be that grinning idiot. And that's the thrill of it. You never know if it'll go your way. You just race with all you've got.
Now you're upset. To have lost can only mean one thing. You want to win next time. That's a dream worth chasing. Trust me, I'm an expert.
We do feel a yearning to race once more, a desire to triumph. Happy to leave you in the dust anytime. This is well. We will engage with the other patrons of this establishment to develop a superior stratagem.
Dynamics readings indicate a positive effect on the local environment. In accordance with Jammingway's aspirations, the Last Dregs has become an even greater source of hope.
Man, I love this place.
Despite the significant expense, extensive property damage, and crushing defeat incurred, this unit rates the Hyper Hustle as worth it.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, look at that group picture. Yippee! We did the thing. I think it just hit me for real that we are leaving Endwalker behind tonight. Because we're doing this, the Reputation Capstone, and then we're doing the last two role quests. And that's Endwalker done. That's really sad. Okay, let's talk to them. Congratulations on your victory, Chrane. Though, in truth, I'm just relieved that everyone survived.
Do you think we could fit a racetrack in Harper's Hold?
You are as formidable on the tracks as on the battlefield. I shall do my best to learn from your example.
Such pristine fish. We'll make sure to take good care of them. The ones we don't eat anyway.
I don't think they're tied to this quest. Betrayed. Betrayed by Rainbow Gulal. Next time I follow Tyrna's advice, I learn my hippo's favorite things. Yeah.
Mayhap one day fate shall see fit to reunite me with my faraway kin. A dragon can but dream.
What did I tell you? The very universe is in the palm of my paw. I never thought you could be so tricky. Still, I'm glad we got to ride together. Let's do it again sometime.
Oh, she's sitting on the stairs.
Is it possible that a substance that possesses no consciousness knows us better than we know ourselves?
I can't say what's more believable, that I'm gardening with the enemy or that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me, yet somehow this feels more meaningful. It's almost like war is absolutely fucking pointless. Imagine that.
Congratulations, Allied Unit Chrane. This unit has already requested the manufacture of an Omega unit to be cultivated into a worthy competitor via racing trials. Please anticipate your defeats.
Larboard, starboard incoming, okay.
To think you did all of that on a elaborate build craft. I'm delighted that we could play some small part in your triumph. And I'm even more delighted that the Nibiron have finally found something to work toward. Still, I'll be glad to resume our usual service. Maybe make myself a nice carrot coffee while I'm behind the counter.
You were right, I admit it. I had a great time racing, even if I didn't understand half of what was going on. But as fun as it was, I need to be getting on home to Thavnair. I don't want to leave the hippo riders alone for too long, lest some Hamsa heads start getting restless.
We've finished packing up the broadcast equipment, so we'll be heading back to... Oh,
We're finished picking up the broadcast equipment, so we'll be heading back to the Dreamer Workshop ourselves.
so soon. It'll feel so empty out here in the cosmic void without you.
Affirmative, but did we not have one more objective to complete before the other organic life forms depart?
Taking like a family photo.
Objective? Oh, I nearly forgot. Talking way, inventing way. Help me lift this. 1, 2, up.
A trophy. What the? I thought that was a butt. It looked like a butt at first.
It's for you, Chrane. A trophy befitting the victor of the Hyper Hustle.
I love the dance.
As you can see, it was designed in the image of the last dregs, the Hippo Riders, and also the Dreaming Ways. That reminds me.
It reminds me, we brought a few commemorative gifts as well. Fire away and build away. Help me lift this. 1, 2, hurrah!
Radio! With bunny ears, of course. Is that the Final Fantasy IV sound?
One for last drinks, one for Svarna. Three there too, I hear. And I hope you'll let just keep you company at meal times. Whether it's weather advisories, hopping music, or simply a friendly voice you need, Hope FM is here for you.
So this is a radio contraption too. Has bigger ears than the one I saw, but I'll be sure to listen with the crew.
I was just thinking we should get one of these. Our patrons are gonna love it.
Projections anticipate increased customer satisfaction in the ambiance category.
Thank you, Chrane. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't brought us together.
Don't do this. Don't do this! I'm gonna cry. Stop this.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that this day will shine like a newborn star in our memories. I hope you feel the same.
I don't want to leave Endwalker behind. I'm actually getting teary-eyed. Screw this. Screw this. I know I still have the role quests for Limsa Lominsa and Doma left to do, but I think I'll post this last. This will probably be the last video I post before going into the Dawn Trail stuff. I think that's what I'll do.
Just don't let it eclipse the possibility of more unforgettable days to come. After all, look across the sea, up at the moon, past the distant stars, and you'll find us waiting for you.
Our hope remains.
And that's it. I got the trophy. The trophy that represents the power of teamwork, friendly competition, shared cuisine, hope, dreams, purpose, and batteries. The Lop Hop. Is that the dance they're doing here in the corner? That's a wrap on Endwalker, everybody. What a perfect way to end it. You've achieved allied reputation with the Hippo Riders, the Dreaming Ways, and the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. Through your efforts, your allies from Etheris to the stars beyond have forged bonds of friendship that promise to remain strong through the years. You're truly a hero to societies throughout the universe. Slash lop up. Ah, I haven't learned it yet. It's probably a decent first step. Let's actually put me in the light. There we go. Let my character do the goofiest goddamn dance in the entire game. While I say... I cannot look at that. I'm gonna look at the camera and completely ignore what's happening on the screen. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube later on when I'm actually posting these videos and we're about to start Dawn Trail, I just want to say goodbye, Endwalker. Thank you for being one of the most memorable gaming experiences I've ever had. And what a way to end it. Can't look at him. He's too much. Shadowbringers and Endwalker is a very special type of experience that I haven't really, you know, had the chance to see in other games at all, really. It's very unique, and I'm just very, very grateful that I got to experience it, basically. And yeah, again, if you're watching this in the order I'm releasing them on YouTube, even though I recording this is in 7.5. You watching this when it is posted months from now. Let's get ready for Dawn Trail. Oh, my goofy ass character. Welcome back to Talking in Ways. Today's letter is from Orange is the New Beige. Okay. Just talking about food. Okay. Oh. No glamour plates here, huh? Now, my question is, do we get anything new for wrapping up this quest line? Like, does this unlock anything from the vendors? Doesn't look like it. Can't see anything, really, but if we... I mean, we could just go to the vendor and look. But I hear you. Actually got me teary-eyed there. Goofy-ass video game. Nothing there. From side. You're not the vendor. You are. Nothing there either. So I'm going to assume that there's not anything new in Bestwood Burrows either. But, you know, I'm going to check just to be safe. And I'm also preemptively lowering the volume for that damn song. Bye bye bomb. Okay. Oh yeah. I have been doing my shared fates for the first time ever. Completed all the ones in Dawn Trail. Recently started doing the ones in Endwalker. That's fun. Very time consuming though, but still fun. Pointing way, you got anything? No. So no new stuff. But I do gotta put my hustle trophy in my apartment. Left behind. Okay. Let's do Limsa Lominsa first. Let's do the final two role quests. I think Limsa Lominsa is the melee DPS one. And that's where we'll go first. Yep. And then we'll do the ranged DPS for Doma last. Here we go. Haven't met Merle Webb in a while. Ah, Chrane. On behalf of Admiral Bluefisfin, I thank you for your many deeds in service to Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your efforts in delivering this star from catastrophe. Unfortunately, we have received troubling tidings from the beasts, that beasts, akin to those that plague Ratsatan, have been sighted in the Lenosian coast. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threats, yet there is much we do not understand about our foe. And as such, your expertise in this area, this arena, would be a great boon to us. Will you help us? I will do all that I can. Excellent. The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge and martial prowess on our side, I'm certain. Pray set sail for Limsa as soon as you are able. The Secretariat at Maelstrom Command will appraise you of the details upon your arrival. So good. So yeah, if you're watching this when it is posted on YouTube, I am currently in patch 7.5. That's how much I've been pushing this for some reason. I don't know why, really. But yeah, I'm finally dealing with this. And I'm excited to see this, finally. Ah, our man in Ratsatan told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Please do. Link Pearl technology. How quaint. Melvib Bluefisfin. The Admiral.
Glad you could join us, Chrane. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. Although you and the Scions have averted the final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Vilbrand among them. Tell him what we know.
I haven't heard her voice in forever, so I'm doing my best, like, trying to remember the Realm Reborn voice. The first report came a few days ago, from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sahagin. We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. I love that they are also starting to call it Limsa, just like the players. Because why not?
It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports, in all their alarming detail.
They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts right before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents in Ratsatan to be mere coincidence.
If our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable of these beasts, a blasphemy as it was decided we would call them, prowls our waters as we speak. We may have been spared the final days, but so long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say the storm has passed.
Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Ratsatan, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large numbers of troops,
would run the risk of having our own men captured, corrupted even. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. As such, Admiral Blufusvin has decided to keep those involved to a minimum and lead the investigation herself. And I would have you at my side. What say you?
Count me the hell in.
You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sahagin allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tidegate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Love me some Merlwib.
Blufusvin.
Let's go to the Fisherman Guild. I should probably get a... What is it? Idealized? Is that the name of this? Weathered Biku? Yeah, I should get an idealized chest piece for this so I could make the yellow brighter. Make it pop a little more. I think that'd be a great idea. To enhance my outfits. Make the red sash hopefully match the red on the gloves and the boots. And the pants. Just the... Anchorite, yeah. So, I'm basically running the Endwalker armor set with the Shadowbringer's chest piece and a PvP mask. So, since they haven't graphically updated the Shadowbringer's gear yet, it does look way less detailed than everything else I'm wearing. One day, you know? But yeah, if I could make the yellow pop a little more on the armor, I think that'd be a good idea. To Aleport! But that means I have to do the boss fight extreme from Shadowbringers to get those materials to drop.
It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Sahagin are nowhere to be seen.
I thought you were lecturing me for a second.
They did not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the gods and search Hearthstone for any sign of them.
My lady! The slowest gate ever. Hey, we found him.
What is this thing? Null is in danger. Quickly, to his aid.
Yeah? Oh. So, another guy over here. Okay.
Another one.
Hey, fell beast. Thought for sure I'd do more damage, but, you know, it's fine.
No.
I prefer this way of spelling null over the way Marvel does it. Because, you know, the way Marvel does it, they basically spelt... Not basically, they did spell out the word fuck in Swedish when they named null.
Many thanks, Shorewalker. Pray tell, is my companion safe?
Yeah, they're good.
The Admiral herself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return.
Also, I now know that the Sahagin are enemies in the first Final Fantasy. That came as quite a shock to me, to be honest. I didn't, you know, didn't expect that to happen, but it did. Also, I think I'm gonna start my light. It's gonna be super bright for a second. Whoa! Let me do one of these, and then adjust a little bit. I don't think that did much. I don't think it changed much of anything, to be honest with you. But yeah, now you can see me a little better, even though it's blinding. I can't do much about that, unfortunately, at this point. Because Razer broke my camera. The Razer Synapse software is not good. Had the Admiral not come to our rescue when she did, I shudder to think of what would have happened. I'm relieved I am to see both of you safe. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. This is too washed out. I can't have that light on. It's... Oh. Now I look normal. Now I look flashbanged. So, I'm gonna do this instead. Hold on. This. Yeah, turn that off. And then I'm gonna turn on the lights. The ceiling lights. That looks that doesn't look that different, honestly. But, you know, that'll do. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet it brought me no joy to watch them die. For, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago they were none other than our very own Spot brothers. At first we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Oh. I have another idea, hold on. Let me try another thing. Let me try. Like that, maybe? Like that? That's okay, I think. It looks alright. And yet it brought me no joy to watch them die, for unbelievable as it may sound, a short long time ago they were on Spawn Brothers, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Yep. Ah, it was no curse. It was an evil like no other. Innocent souls transformed against their own will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray tell us more. That would be your area of expertise, Chrane. Sure. Turn into beasts by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in Lenosha has been limited to the Sahagin. Why is that? I cannot say, yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in some way. I know naught of this crushing tide. Word of them is yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Oh? Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shorewalkers. And so, deprived of her leadership, more of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Limsa Lominsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group they called the Crushing Tide. Even now they seek to summon the Lord of the World anew, and consign all finless ones to briny deep. The briny deep. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness and are the cause of their transformations? Aye, just so. Those of our Spawn Brothers who turn into those beasts had been fraternizing with a crushing tide.
Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider the situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the crushing tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from the drowned state, might they not listen to reason? Were it only so simple, all but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent allies, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us, for this man has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. The great Carmine, yep. The great Chrane Carmine in the flesh! Honored am I to stand in your presence. Together we will weather this storm and usher in a new age of harmony. This I swear.
A former pirate queen, everybody.
There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Indeed we shall. Until such time, I watch over my spawn brothers and pray to know that no more succumb to the change.
Yo. Sounds good, sounds good.
Wow.
Ba ba bom bom. Ba 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 ba.
Welcome back. Thanks to your aid to you and Null, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenges we face. It's a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather.
That's one done. Who is this? I don't recognize them.
Your timing could not be better. The Admiral's just this moment returned from a meeting with the Sahagin.
That was fast.
I shall inform her of your arrival.
That was super fast.
Chrane, I'm glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the crushing tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Jesus Christ. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the crushing tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table, and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. This is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. Will be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds, I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well. So long as we parley in good faith.
I doubt they'll listen. I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment. But stay hopeful.
You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Null has sent word that that Wan Dao, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Sapsa spawning grounds, and would have you at my side if you do not object. That is.
Sure, I object.
Excellent.
No.
In any case, pray join me at the South Tide Gate when you're ready. From there, we will go together.
Oh, same place.
All prepared, are you? Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagin here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come as a representative of Limsa Lominsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust that you understand. And with that, let us be off.
Oh, this is cool. Unexpected and very cool. Do you have a mount? You don't. Okay. Well, we're not traveling that far, so probably all good. Yep. Belligerent Sahagin.
What is this? Since when are the filthy showwalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, showwalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone. We won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. Why do you trespass on our domain, vile showwalker? We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? We desire no parley with the showwalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Zargan would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work toward a peaceful solution. Empty words from the thieving showwalkers, but so be it. Soon it shall begin.
What a throwback.
Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You'll find him by the entrance, though mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. We shall see. I thank you for your aid.
So, was he not aware that he was going to meet us? Dao, what's up? It's a big hat.
Showwalkers in our spawning grounds, what do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering your home unannounced. I am Melvi Bluefisfin, Chief Admiral. Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and this is Chrane Carmine. We come seeking a parley that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our people face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and Sahagin coming together! What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker, but let it never be said that Tao, the crushing tide, was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Very well, Master Tao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. I shall send word to Noel as well. I would have our Sahagin allies join us at the parley. I don't feel like we shouldn't say his name around this guy in case he's not trustworthy, you know? Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, how is this gonna go wrong? It should be voiced.
Thank you for joining us here, Master Tao. The area sickens me. Be brief. Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Lominsan alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagin have joined us of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Aye, by their deeds have the Lominsans proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Tao, you and your crushing tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Threats? Threats? What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shorewalkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the Whirl? I do. For that and that alone, I will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The Shorewalkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan, and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god, and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We must not let this stand. Oh, are they about to... Yep. For shame. Forsaken by us, born brothers, they side with the finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. You steal us spawning grounds and slaughter our children, our future, our future!
Yeah, you believe us now, dude? Oh my god, that's disgusting.
7 hells! Behold this blessing! Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength.
Are you thick? You would call this a blessing?
Such horrors! Flee! Flee for your lives!
Oh. Oh, he's super dead.
The beast makes for Aleport. I leave this place to you. Splendid, splendid. Let us born brothers be blessed with such power.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of poo-poo. Absolute dog water.
This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid.
Got him. No, but he got him. No. No.
What a horrific sight.
I was too late. I'm sorry.
There is no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts.
The fool believes it is a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us.
I shudder at the very thought, and yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes?
Just so. The first ones to transform are the ones who have fallen into the deepest depth of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others.
We can scarcely hope to stand against the legion of such foes. Would that there was more people could do to help.
I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy, too, was born from a Sahagin, it could be sheltering in the depths, beyond the reach of our ships.
In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers to serve as your eyes beneath the sea.
Thank you, Noel. Through our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat. As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve.
You have my gratitude, Admiral.
And with that, we should return as well. There is much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. Damn. That's rough, buddy.
I must take my fallen brother home.
Sorry, Noel.
That sucks big time.
You sign big doo-doo this time. Whoop.
The Sahagin voice is gonna destroy my vocal cords. But only 4 more quests. 6 of them every time, so we're good. We'll soldier through. We're 2 down, 4 to go. Ah, Chrane, I was just sharing our findings. So, you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagin described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain the intent to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary.
shall be done, Admiral?
I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald. Yet I would reserve that as a last resort.
So this does take place during the end of Endwalker, huh? Like, firmly set during that time period.
For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon.
The Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Lominsan merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds in Ogomoro. The Admiral suspects that Dao means to use the plunder crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Null, and that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. She bid you join her immediately. Should the worst come to worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tidegate and rendezvous with Admiral Bluefisfin at once.
So we're just going back to the same area all the time. Okay. Sure, I'll go there. Why not? Why not?
Ba-da-bum, ba-ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. It is good to see a safe friend.
And you, Null.
Thank you for coming, Chrane. The situation is grim. The Crashing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized goodly stash of Ogomoro crystals.
Not good.
Though their aim is clear, it appears they yet lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Thou longs for the days when every single Sagan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, was summoned nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom that the Crashing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose?
Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? Let us recruit the Yellow Jackets. Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. Yeah, we're just the one guy pretending to be the Company of Heroes. Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see if they can finally make themselves useful.
The Company of Heroes. Now that's a name I've not heard in some time. 'Tis true that they answered the call many a time indeed. Other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Well, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause.
Is that who's in the quest banner?
And yet I can think of no better option. I'll contact Wesket, their erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. Null, might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime? But of course, Admiral, should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. Nice. Good. Worry not, my spawn brothers, and I will keep our eye on the crushing tide in the meantime. I will reach out to Waistcoat, the former first mate of the company, and see if he is willing to meet us at the Drowning Wench.
Hell of a name for a bar. Just blow my nose. Now that is a cool looking Rogadin. What? Oh, he's not even glammed as is his gear? Not bad. What do I look like in this getup? It works better on him, I think. The colors don't really gel that well on my character, but it looks decent on him for some reason. Yeah, not bad. Along with the Arcveld weapons. Pretty cool dude. Oh yeah, I haven't done the post-Moogle quest line at all. I haven't even started it. Probably the only thing left from A Realm Reborn that I haven't done. Don't know if I'll stream that though. Probably just do it in my own time one day. Alrighty then. Look at that. What a beautiful sight. What a hotel.
My apologies for the delay.
Hi. You are alone? And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. My. Look at that. The company of heroes. Could someone explain what this is all about? I believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days.
Take that polearm out of your arse, old friend, and stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart.
Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Ood. Good. Lest I skewer it and prove you right.
Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Long time no eye catch, Uplanders. Brave flocks his tummy tickled to see gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice.
Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here?
I make a simple request. Reform the company of heroes and lend Limsa Lominsa your strength.
You have a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it.
And a reason it was.
So there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the primal while still dealing with the other threats.
The right pickle, indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company. And as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order.
Sod that, I say, have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we.
Bold words, Landonal, but do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time.
Ah yes, your commander. What if Chrane here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question his abilities.
Hold on now.
An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero.
Gobby friend is goodly head for fighty think and goodly arms for thinky fights.
As ringing an endorsement as any. But I would hear it from the man himself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle?
Better battle than a banquet? Oh. Their ass quest line? Yeah. Better battle than a banquet. Let's speak their language for a bit. Let's challenge them. Though I would love the callback to this, I'm gonna challenge them a little bit. If you've the stones to follow me.
Now that's the confidence I'd expect from my commander. Very well then. Consider us yours to lead. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls...
Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the mission you will undertake. First, you are to aid us, tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And there I thought we might get our feet wet with the real challenge. But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what.
Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure he'll give it all due consideration.
Yeah, considering I don't know who is good at what, I'm sure this will be go splendidly. Waistcoat may be skeptical, but I, for one, have little doubt you will prove a worthy commander for the company of heroes.
Reflux happily gives hand lending to Uplander.
The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit that I missed the action.
Well, there you go.
That's the attitude we like. Please think twice before assigning me to the same group as Landonal. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, or all the shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. Have we finished with all the logistical nonsense? I'm eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavor.
So, if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down the so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god, Leviathan. A tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of strength and weaknesses, mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command.
Well, yeah, that's what I did just now.
My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine, of course. Stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against the so-called blasphemy, and I'll have a thing on a skewer before you say Merville Bluefisfin. Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy. A wise choice. Send Landonil after the Sahagin, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. Send the cat to the other team. Yep. I will speak plain. I'm not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landonil. As none of the you, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any that to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser is it to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Prevent the primal summoning. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Lord Noon. Are you a fighter? As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather it not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Well, then, yeah. Preventing the primal summoning. You've a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle. Kamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. It's a Lalafell, so, you know, sitting behind a desk is kind of their thing.
Brayflock's Master's remaker of Illuminati treasures offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglasses far into ocean deep, crackfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty pieces. Slay the blasphemy then. Go ahead. Go off, king. Queen. It's a girl. Forgot. A logical choice, if I do say so myself. Brayflock's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem everyone has their assignments. Yeah, and you? And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd been leading us for years. Super excited. And with that, it is time we get to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all, that we can keep each other appraised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command. We'd best be off then. Should we have the need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. So that's the end of that quest, I'm assuming? I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariats and our Sahagin friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Chrane. Well, yeah, I suddenly got a promotion, huh? That's something I wish they actually went back and did something with, because right now it maxes out at Captain. So you can't get, like, second, first, and high Serpent Commander. You can't get rear and vice Serpent Marshal. You can't get regular Serpent Marshal, Grand Serpent Marshal, or Serpent Champion. Like, it maxes out after a point. And right now I'm trying to get the 100 PvP wins in front lines for each faction to get the horses. I'm done with the Immortal Flames. I'm currently doing the Twin Adders, and then I'm going to be doing Maelstrom. And when that's done, I'm going back to Immortal Flames. So in 4 years, when that achievement's done, from just doing my daily frontline and hopefully, you know, winning occasionally. Lost my sprint, have we? Stormrunner. Admirable, it has been tasked me with the overseeing communications between you and the company of heroes. First, you'll be needing a link pearl. Pray speak with the Secretariat.
I have just finished briefing the Secretariat. She has something you should find useful. Ah, Chrane, the Admiral has appraised me of the situation in full. Furnish Chrane with the link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral.
It would seem the company is trying to reach us.
Oh there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamned voice, will you? Watch your tongue, or I'll track you down and rip yours out. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Chrane comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape, make them a force to be reckoned with.
What?
I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Null and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide and their hideouts. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that the person in the image is their old commander. Going out on a huge limb there.
We're halfway. Grave news, Chrane. We just received word that Candlekeep Quay is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asked that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler.
The company of heroes is awaiting your orders.
Hey, goobers. Assemble. Or goobers gather, I guess.
Candlekeep Quay. Both Landonel and Uod Noon should be close by. What are your instructions?
Landonel is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Uod Noon is calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better is assigned tasks suited to their skills. What order will he give Landonel? Drive the crushing tide away. Consider it done, Commander. What order will he give to Uod Noon? See the residents of Candlekeep Quay to safety. Understood. The rest of us will head there at once.
I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed.
Go, go, go!
Run!
Oh, they're all here?
Good to know my colleagues haven't grown rusty in the years since we disbanded.
Reflux fishes go boom, blast fishermen to bitty bits.
Is that all? I was just getting warmed up. You kept us waiting long enough, Commander. Not that I'm complaining. More fishermen for me to skewer.
Worry not. The tide has already ebbed, if you follow my meaning.
Very funny, my man.
Very humorous indeed. Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Landonel led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing among his foes with such speed and ferocity that were dizzying to watch. Hell yeah. Uod Noon made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. Hell yeah. I think he's probably the one I think looked the coolest out of all of them. Just his look in general is just very cool. I had my doubts at first, but you passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. It's not that hard to decipher what to do, though, to be fair. Ah, Admiral Bluefisfin.
The battle is over, I see. It is good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Quay?
I spit on your questions, filthy showwalker.
I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist...
So you would torture us, you showwalkers? They're all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you.
Torture, please. We're not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Brayflock's shiny treasure will have Fishman trading tongue flaps in no time.
Allow me to explain. Shamani Lomani and Brayflocks are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and a knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Brayflocks, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make.
I feel like I should pick Brayflocks. Kamani Lomani is my man. Let's go. But of course, Commander, watch as I get them talking without so much as lifting a finger.
They tell me your kind are particularly fond of Lenosian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest?
This is another glass, showwalker. I demand in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers.
A mere glass, my friend. Why, I'd more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answers we seek.
We have a deal, showwalker. For a cask of that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets.
Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Quay?
Dow himself gave the orders, said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city.
He means to attack Limsa Lominsa itself. But with your numbers, that would be folly.
Speaker Dow commands power beyond the comprehension of you showwalkers.
We have dealt with Leviathan before.
You misunderstand. Speaker Dow says it is greater power still, the very first being blessed by our Lord.
The blasphemy. Tell me where Dow is.
An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. But now at least I have orange wine.
Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect that Dow is hiding out somewhere in the Sildales, a deserted isle, most likely.
I don't know much about the so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily?
We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Dow has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Kildales at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you're ready.
I'll have Shamani and Brayflocks continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us.
Good idea.
Brayflocks keep watch eyes on this place. Don't worry, Brayflocks and I have the situation under control.
Good shit. Oh yeah, I haven't been to my island basically since I unlocked it. I think I might be rank 1 or 2. So yeah, not much progress there. Look how empty my server is. This is the Lominsa area of Limsa on what, a Sunday? Shameful. Can't wait for them to combine the party finder and queuing system. It's gonna be so good.
Ah, this is the enemy stronghold. Never forget that they have the advantage.
I do not know a blasphemy from a hole in the ground. All I know is that I'm ready to kill the bleeding thing. Let's see how this blasphemy likes my axe between its eyes.
Everyone is here? Good. We make for the Kaidalays in search of Dao's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words for your men on the eve of battle?
All for one? Really? Can't say I've heard that motto before. Nor I. At any rate, let's be about it. Aw, man, I thought that was it. It's been so long. But at the same time, I don't feel bad about disrespecting that memory because screw that quest line. Oh, hello.
We meet again, Dao. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us how we may... tell us now so we may end this madness.
That's not good. Oh, you better not do anything to... I just about called her Bluefisfin. Oh, it's one of those big shits. A pit lord! Yep. That disgusting thing. Speak of the bloody devil.
There it is, the dread beast that saw beneath the waves.
The source of our woes.
This is not the time to echo.
The echo of all the times.
Defend the commander! Bro, why are we echoing now? It's been so long since we've echoed. Holy shit, that's bright. Oh.
I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa Lominsa, and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do, had our stock of crystals not run dry.
Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to birth a new brood when my children grown stand divided?
Who dares enter the sacred chamber?
Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahagin who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers.
The new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share the lands with us, that they might have peace and we our spawning grounds.
Could this be true?
Oh. So she was willing to listen. Screwed out. Okay.
Lies, lies! Do not be deceived by their one's delusion, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. The Shorewalkers are oathbreakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter.
Oh, for a blessed moment I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Dao. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe, my poor children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the world and cast their lot with the enemy.
'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We will have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink to the ocean floor to rot and decay.
Dao, dearest of my children, tell them that we have no future. How can I bring new life into this world knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? I cannot!
How can I bear this unbearable sadness?
What is happening? Please, my queen, you must calm down.
Okay, that's violent.
Such power, such beauty, a blessing from the Lord Leviathan himself.
Well, that's not good.
So this is a blasphemy, huh? I can see what all the fuss was about.
Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now is the time.
Strike now, my queen. Send the Shorewalkers and their honorless leader to a death.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh. Shit.
Oh, what's happening? I can feel my legs.
That is one ugly creature.
Why, mother? Are we not your children too?
It's not her anymore. She don't care. Uh-oh. Encore.
Damn it, we cannot weather another blow like that.
The leader. The commander. Has to be.
I still don't know what in Seven Hells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going to go down without a fight.
Steady, the beast is feeding on our ether. We'll not survive a head-on fight. Landonil, Uod. Remember the company's stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. The art of running away. Oh, yeah. Retreat! Let's get ourselves bloody hells out of here. Well. Hey. Hey. I'm assuming that's the commander. So that was the blasphemy. Intriguing creature. For the first time in many summers, we find ourselves with a worthy foe.
Were there other beasts we faced alone, such... also ones of my spawn brothers? I cannot bear the thoughts.
Face to face with a damn beast, and I could barely lift my spear. Next time, mark my words, the bastard's fish is going to pay. When no path to victory can be found, flee and fight another day. Pushing things off my desk, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing here. It might not be the kind of approach that make a bard sing your praises, but it's kept us alive, and that's enough.
Damn it all. We'd have better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well.
We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damn beast had the power to stop us in our tracks, literally.
What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin, as you suspected? Mayhap the echo afforded Chrane some insights.
Yeah, you could say that. It's the queen.
Thou's villainy knows no bounds, sowing seeds of despair in our queen mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity.
If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst.
If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagan's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit.
I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life.
Out of curiosity, did anyone see you fire that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead.
I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense.
Leave that to us. Time and time again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. Longest odds. To defeat our enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? That the blasphemy is the Sagan Queen transformed, that the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use the knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place.
Our only chance, I dare say. I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelters for a massive creature, to ensure the safety of our people, and to have any hope for peace with the Sahagan. This is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed.
This poor guy. I fear that he might turn as well before the day is done, unfortunately. He's going through the ringer right now.
Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom. Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once.
Understood, but given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it?
I trust that the Company of Heroes and Chrane, experienced primal slayers all, will find a way. And yet, I would leave no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he would agree. Even Westgate is at a loss as to his former commander's whereabouts, but mayhap Ainzar would offer some guidance. No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. When we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care.
Chrane, we shared bad news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us.
Can you hear me, Craig? This is Westgate. I have an idea how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you're able.
Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there. Tales of loss and fire and fate.
Costa del Sol.
Woo! 40 gil! Highway robbery, I say. A ferry skipper? A skipper?
That sprouts. Apologies for having you come all this way, Chrane. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. I turned really Swedish there for a second. If he was still with us. He was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing when the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp he could spot a foe's weakness from with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades, even if we asked, but an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Then no matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now, this may be our best and only hope. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how good of an idea it was to tie this quest line to the Company of Heroes. Honestly, it only brings back bad memories. Here we go. Let's talk to him. Blondman.
Here I was enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go and bloody whistle? Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. Least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First waistcoat, then old Mistbeard himself. As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now here's your storied arrow summons me forth. No need to say why. You're going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy.
I'm not asking you, I'm ordering you.
You drive a hard bargain, I like that. Who am I to refuse an order from the company's acting commander? So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. So, you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes, so you'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role?
You, of course.
Damn right. My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Westcott. In pure marksmanship, none in Limsa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Merlwyb is ill-suited for support in role. Not for lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me.
Intriguing, okay. I know we're not gonna go meet Curious Gorge, but you know, let a guy dream. He should be down there. They are. Gorge and Dorgano, don't let me interrupt you two. You two lovebirds. Beautiful. Well, Lawrence, are we here to watch them fight, or is it something else? Or watch them train, rather. Ah, we're looking the other way.
Quite the view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would, indulge me for a moment, and I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off.
I promise nothing.
Back in Piracy's...
Oh my god, is this Merlwyb?
Back in Piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotano. I was one of them, as was Merlwyb. We were led by none other than her old man, Bluefist Bluefissin.
Did they misspell the last name, or is there no W in his name?
Bluefissin. The most feared captain on the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, it was like a father to me, it was all, till that fateful day. It was in the year 1562 of the 6th Astral Era. Laments and merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagin. Round this time, Bluefus had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards to Merlwyb, his pride and joy. She was still growing into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Bluefus had a noble streak, he did. Ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merlwyb led the effort, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. Leviathan.
The fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one piece, until we didn't. Until a skirmish, a Sahagin survivor, with his last breath, summoned forth the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our mast and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. But then comes Blueface and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of the fire, and he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again, for even though we'd escaped with our lives, we soon discovered that Captain Blueface, our iron-willed and wavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. Oh! Oh, that explains a lot of why Merlwyb does what she does. Or did what she did. Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or temper, and didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more haggard by the day. His words devolving into crazed rambling, then one day he vanishes, taken off with all for our men. Not long after, abandoned pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagin. At their helm was none other than Captain Blueface, who'd cast his lot with the fishbags. Merlwyb knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly and sneaking off under cover at night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first, wanted to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets fell in one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept her safe from afar. We cut a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Blueface, or rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, with skin shriveled and a tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the World. Merlwyb challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Merlwyb ended her father's line. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Merlwyb. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. I often think back on that day, seeing her charge onto battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Blueface taught her, and she knows no other way. Not bad. Pretty cool. That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows, and it's a role in which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to her old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me. But watching you from afar has answered that question. I tell Waska that the rest of my no-good companions that Lawrence stands with them. So, again, the new Company of Heroes questline is proving yourself worthy of the Company of Heroes. My god. It's a fun callback, but why would you do that? Did Lawrence show himself? Yes, he did. He's joining us. Haha! Now there's a surprise. I had some hope your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Just one thing, Chrane. I'd appreciate if you don't mention Lawrence's involvement to the company. Landonil in particular. They'll find out soon enough regardless. Okay. At any rate, this gives us new hope in our battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creature as we speak. In the latest reports are to be believed, we are drawing ever closer. I would assume it's just one quest away. And with that, I best get back to it. Can I trust you to report the latest developments to the Maelstrom? Then till we meet again, Commander. Bye-bye. There's some people over there, not that many though. Also, should I just get this armor? It is really cool. And I've basically never worn it on my character. That is the sword I'm using. But I don't like the tail. I don't like that there's a tail on it. And I don't like the boots either. The heel is too sharp. A heel can be cool. That heel is too sharp. Like the curve is too much. Too high a heel. I just don't think it looks good on Highlanders, mainly. I think it looks fine on an Ellison. But I really like the chest piece on this. Maybe I can find some use for the chest piece. Wait, no, that it has the tail. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. I wish there was a version of the. Well, it's probably not going to go in the video because I'm going to be talking about Dawn Trail. I wish there was like an opening on the front of the like kilt, skirt, whatever you want to call it, for the Dawn Trail Dark Knight artifact armor. Like it was open in the front so you could see the armored legs. Aside from the blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. Yes. A marksman by the name of Lawrence, eh? The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we won't have much call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourselves as necessary in the meantime. Lawrence, why does that ring a bell? Who knows? Could it be this man over here? Materia 9. Despite our best efforts, the blasphemy continues to elude us. For the time being, we... Sorry to interrupt, but I have an incoming communication from Basket. Commander, we've snared ourselves a blasphemy. We've our erstwhile companion Riol to thank. Hey! Make Riol main cast. Bring him back. Knowing that the creature was once a Sagan queen, he kept a close eye on the spawning grounds. Sure enough, he spied a massive black shadow moving beneath the water not long ago. After receiving word, Shamani Lamani directed the Maelstrom warships in the vicinity to herd the beast with cannon fire into the Sastasha Sea Grots. Isolated as the Sea Grot is, we can engage our foe without putting small folk at risk. Any words for your man, Commander? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. You don't have to tell me twice. I've been aching for a rematch. Rush in blindly, and it will go as poorly for you as it did the first time. Ah, knowing you, I'm sure you'll show up just in time to see me deal the killing blow. Now, can we not save our vitriol for the quarry, which I've lured to the perfect spot that is now waiting patiently for all of you to put it out of its misery?
Reflux, good gobby booms, blast over big blasphemy into bitty pieces.
A motley crew you'll never find, but will serve you well when the battle is joined, believe you me.
This is Melwib. I will ready a warship at once. Assemble outside the wench once you've seen to all your preparations. So the time has come. I shall pray for your victory.
Gotta pick something up. Okay. You look cool. It's like a total combination of things. That's a neat outfit. That's really well put together. God damn. I'm gonna screenshot that. That looks dope. Really good. Speak with Merlwib. She's right over there. New players. Hey, Merlwib. Ah, Chrane. The others should be along soon. Oh. Suddenly, excitement abound. The blasphemy is still contained within the Sastasha Seagrots. Oh. There it will meet its end, navigator willing.
Would that my brothers and I could join the fight, and yet blasphemous though it might be, the beast was once our mother.
I understand, Noel. Forgive us for what we must do. Were there a means to reverse the transformation, we would do all in our power to bring your mother back. Sadly, there is nothing left of her to save. For the future of the Sahagin and Limsa Lominsa alike, blasphemy must be laid to rest. And when the deed is done, I would bring your brothers, even the crushing tide, aboard the great ship we call Vilbrand. I do not want to slay your mother, but this thing she has become, a mindless beast who would enslave and kill her own, is an affront to the memory of who she was. It is not her. It is not. Remember this always. You must. I will not ask you to shoulder the burden of matricide. Matricide? When the time comes to strike the final blow, I will do the deed.
Admiral, all you say is true, and yet...
Hello? Commander, I've sighted a group of fishbacks, crushing tide most like, heading straight to the sea grot. Best make your way there, and fast. Riol! Make him maincast. Promote Riol and Horibolder to the main group. Time to move out then. Any words for your men before we set sail? Don't go dying on me out there. Our new commander's sounding more and more like the old one. But enough talk. It's time to show the realm that the Company of Heroes hasn't lost a step.
Aye!
We'll stand a better chance of slipping past the crushing tide if we split up. Chrane and I will go together, while the rest of you take a different route. Let us brook no further delay. To Sastasha!
You heard the lady? Go! Let's do a level 15 dungeon, shall we? I haven't heard this song in forever.
My queen! I beg of you, show your loyal son mercy!
Whoops. Bitch, he thought. The indigo beasts. It's Dao. What's left of him?
7 hells! Speak of Dao, why would our queen do such a thing? It is the showwalkers say, but we thought the blessing is in truth a terrible curse. Liara, we must away at once. And leave the show artists to face our queen and mother alone? No, I will stand with them.
Look at this.
You mustn't sully your hands with the blood of your mother. Go and be with your kin. Go!
Forgive me.
Now they'll remember this. The glory that is Merle with Bluefisfin's command. What's up, dude?
I was beginning to think you wandered off a cliff, Lawrence.
Ah, must you say it like that? I prefer to think of myself as fashionably late. Or arrive precisely when I mean to. Hell yeah. But enough talk. It comes. Oh.
Here it comes. We're counting on you, Lawrence.
Leave it to me. Ah, no weakness escapes my eyes. Just one shot here. And... ah, there we go. See how easy that was? I reckon you can do it too, Acting Commander. Has to be from a specific angle. That's interesting. Through the maelstrom. Is that all we've got? Time to put you out of your misery. No, don't come over here, don't come over here! Bastard. This is gonna be a long fight. Okay.
Best be wary.
Is he single targeting for all that damage? Holy shit. There comes the big round demon. The big belly demon. Oh, there we go. Teammates. None of the company of heroes actually called out that Lawrence is here. Interesting. I thought they would, but no.
You're in my sights.
Merle with voice acting? Shit, dude. More of that. Annihilation flare. So is anyone healing that man?
It would appear so.
Okay, let's rotate. Absorbing their ether. Best finish those beasts quickly. It's not going that quickly. Wasket, defend us with your blade. It's an axe, but yes. 5 seconds? Excuse me? Here it comes again. Steel yourselves. 10 seconds. Oof. Brave flocks. That's enough ether to go blasting this entire island. We better work fast.
We stand with you! As do we, for the future of the Indigo Deep.
Hell yeah. Everybody coming together.
The winds favor us.
The wolves are gone. Yes, this is our chance to strike.
London Elude, now's your time to shine. Oh, it's about to limit break. Okay, let's get this under control quickly. It's like fighting the Ultima weapon back in Realm Reborn. The current version of it. I don't remember if it was different before then. Uh-oh! Stinky. Super dead.
I will not ask for your forgiveness, but this I promise. You will be remembered for the mother you were.
Admiral, I have no words.
It's one strong gun.
Our Queen Mother returns to the deep in eternal slumber. With your strength, you could have crushed us easily. Why did you spare our lives?
The beasts and blasphemies are born from the despair in our hearts. But no more. I would break the cycle. Though Tao may have been blind to it, I believe in a future where Sahagin and Lominsa live in harmony. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds, and it is there she drew her last breath. When your next queen is crowned, know that she will have a safe place to raise her young. Once you have selected a suitable location, Limsa Lominsa will recognize and honor your claim.
A promise for which we are grateful, Admiral. But what of the other peoples of Vilbrand?
The kobolds are open to the idea. The details will need to be negotiated, but I am confident we can reach an agreement. Sahagin, kobold, and Lominsa alike yearn to abide in peace. We can make it so.
I have never fought alongside shorewalkers before, but I must say, it felt good. We have fought our neighbors for generations. It is one us only suffering and tragedy. I beg of you, lay down your spears.
It will take time and effort to bridge the gulf between our peoples, but bridge it we shall.
He's trying to sneak away. Very stealthily, Lawrence. I dare say we have a lot of talking to do as well, don't we, Commander Lawrence? Ah, Lionel, if you must allow me to explain.
Seven hells! Let's be off before they drag us into this mess. At last, it's over. We can take pride in the respite we've won. But we must never forget those who could not be here with us to enjoy it.
Fighting with gobby friends give brave flocks good feels.
Wondering where I was during the battle? Well, I wasn't slacking off, if that's what you're implying. My duty was to protect the ship to ensure our safe return, truly. I dare say that blasphemy was the most formidable foe our company has ever faced. I must further hone my skills, lest the next enemy prove too tough for us to handle.
Who invited this bloody bastard anyway?
Oh there. Good to see our acting commander hale and hearty.
Forgive us for what we have done, Queen Mother. Why did we ever believe that monstrosity was a blessing? What fools we were.
You know, I didn't want to say it, but you're not wrong. Perfect timing, Acting Commander. You must save me from the... Oh. Perfect timing, Acting Commander. You must save me from this bloodthirsty bastard. Well, Lawrence, let's hear your excuse. And there better be a good one. Why in the seven hells were you skulking about in the shadows while we did all the dirty work? Ah, like you'll be happy if I'd showed myself sooner. I can hear you whinging now. Why, didn't think we could handle this on our own? I'd be bloody furious regardless. I think I've forgotten what happened, or rather didn't happen, and day of our duel. Even though the future of the company hung in the balance, I waited, and waited, and waited some gods and no more. And still you never turned up. I've got you now, and I'll have satisfaction. Given Lawrence's penchant for late arrivals, I couldn't help but worry too. To say we cut it fine would be an understatement. And not by choice as usual. My scouts observed him roaming near Costa del Sol not long ago. It would seem our commander's woeful sense of direction has not improved in the least. I'm honestly surprised you never realized, Landonel, that was to blame for his extreme tardiness. That the commander did indeed arrive at the agreed-upon location for your duel after the sun had risen and set half-dozen times. Navigator, take me. Somebody promised that would stay between the two of us. Brave thoughts. Well, some kind word or two of your old commander, don't you? Commander Lawrence, commander no more. New commander, friends to gobbies everywhere. Does many sweat works for gobby kind. Sorry, man. Took your place. Took your friends, took your job. And there I thought you were too much of a coward to face me in battle. Come now, Landonel, you know me better than... Then it's settled. We fight here and now, on your guard. Oh? Put that thing down, I say. Hey, you could add someone with that. I think that's the idea. Hard to believe he was once the glue that held this merry band together. That's right, if you hadn't yet realized the obvious, Lawrence is our former commander. No kidding. Forgive me for not stating it plainly sooner. I didn't want you to think we doubted your leadership. He's got his quirks, but as you saw, he's a force of nature on the battlefield. Anyhow, I think we can all say that your stint as acting commander has been a rousing success. Now, I reckon it's about time you gave your final order. How many of yours? Band break once more? Brave Fox never liked parting with gobby friends. Here. I may have my complaints, but when we're together, good fight's never far away. You hardly need a company or a commander to get you that. And should Limsa again be imperiled, there's nothing stopping us from rising to the occasion. Till then, you're all strong enough to, in your own right, will not serve the weak in your own ways. It's time for you to do what I once did. Give your men their final orders and send them on their way. It's the same stuff? Yep. At last, it's over. We can take pride in the respite we've won, but must... Yep. You've had quite the turn of duty, but all good things must come to an end. Any parting words before we go our separate ways? Give Kekaruchu my best regards. Let the company of heroes be disbanded. Huh. Finally, I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At last, as much peace as an old man can enjoy, waiting hand and foot on the Lord of Costa del Sol. May have been rough sailing at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, Acting Commander Chrane. Well, if you've something to say, let's hear it. Return to the whalers and keep the murder to a minimum. Let the company of heroes be disbanded. Ha! As if I needed you to tell me. While I enjoyed the diversion, I know as well as any that my true place is in Gridania, leading a respectable life. I may not have been the perfect commander, but 12 is my witness. I hope to fight by your side again. Farewell. He's what Laurentius could have been. I await your orders, Commander. Look after the you, brave nun. I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants for my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to tarry here much longer. Nevertheless, it is with some regret that I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions, and I will miss them. He's the one hanging out in South Thanalan, right? Down here. In the Forgotten Springs, he's in the house, right? If I remember correctly. Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me a bottle of your finest Bacchus. Yeah. You owe me a bottle of your finest Bacchus. Indeed, indeed. I mean to return to Wineport as soon as I've tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages. Left to sleep in their barrels for many a summer. They come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about our own company. Bye. And finally...
Reflux wants busy work. Reflux awaits Uplander's lip flaps.
No more cheese wars. Let the company of heroes be disbanded.
Reflux feels heavy heart, but accepts Uplander's bossy words. Reflux had good times and happy feels with gobby friends. But good times will come again, and when they do, new boomsticks will bring lasty doom with much fastness. Sayonara.
Goodbye, Brayflux. And finally, for the old TV announcer, or old radio announcer, I guess. And on that note, I ought to be on my way.
Slipping away again, are we? You're a creature of habits. You are a creature of habits. I resented you for it at the time, you know. But I think I understand now. Better than to shun fame and not serve as an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die.
You're overthinking it. I'm a creature of whimsy, a man who lets the tailwind carry him where it will. But more importantly, this new age belongs to the new blood, and I have had my day in the sun. If you succeed in brokering peace with the beastmen, there will be no need to worry about primals, and the company can go into permanent retirement, and then I can say I did right by the old man.
If you hadn't been there for us both, I don't know if I could have pulled the trigger. Thank you, Lawrence. Brother.
I did nothing. 'Twas you who shouldered Captain Bluff's burden, and that of the entire League. I'm sorry, my boy, but I know it hasn't been easy for you. But I dare say you worked hard enough. Maybe our company folks aren't the only ones in need of retirement. But I've said too much.
Lawrence holding his tongue. Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead, as we steer the great ship Vilbrand towards a new future.
You truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks too. I say you did almost a good chunk of my men to task as I could have done. Still at a hunch, but something tells me our paths may cross again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. But like my old friend Miss Beard, I prefer to keep my past in the past.
Noted.
And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourself, see? Bye.
The blasphemy is no more, but we will never know lasting peace until the crushing tide agrees to lay down their arms. It will be a daunting task, but as Limsa and Sastasha, they are not beyond reason. I will do all in my power to see that your efforts and the sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain. Forgive us, even after being freed from false God's thrall, we still clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Dao's every word and turn a blind eye to the harsh truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return to speak with my brothers of the crushing tide. I will tell them of our Queen Mother's sacrifice and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I ask only that you give us time and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you would not be averse, let us return to the spawning grounds together. Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the only way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where Showwalker and Sahagin stand as one.
Go, my friend. I'm getting lightheaded from doing that voice.
Just us now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with the kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is of course only a beginning, negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invariably lead to flared tempers and bruised egos. But such things always accompany meaningful progress. The history of Ilbrand is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, 'tis clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. I will share what I have seen of the Sahagin with my fellow Lominsans, and listen closely to their doubts and concerns. For it must be a harmony not foisted upon them from above, but one which they aspire to of their own free will. No doubt Null and his brothers feel the same. Again, you have come to Lominsa's aid, my aid, at a time we needed it most. When next we meet, I hope it will not be as Admiral and Adventurer, but as friends. Mere trading war stories over ales at the Wench. It's a date. But for now, I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but it is a necessary one. If you happen to pass through Radsatan, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless he will be interested to hear your first-hand account. One day I will lay down these muskets of mine for good. But not yet, Father. Not yet.
Looking sword. You know, I think we're gonna save Doma for another stream. It's almost 1 a.m. and I'm both hungry and tired, so I'm gonna call it after this. Chrane, you return. Pray tell what news from my homeland. Extraordinary! And a chance at peace with the Sahagin? These are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped to dispel the pall of despair that once hung over all Vilbrand. Our people now bask in newfound hope. I must share the news with the others, full glad will they be to hear that the threat to Limsa Lominsa is no more. Thank you again, my friend. Oh yeah. You can now dye job-specific gear for level 90 melee DPS. More than lots. There we go. Nice. We only have one more. And that will be next stream for this game. Not tonight, because like I said, I'm tired and hungry. So, yeah, not in a good place to keep going, I'm afraid. But yeah. That'll be it. I'm gonna leave you on this great song. So, for anybody who tuned in or will tune into the VOD, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye.